Okay, guys, so welcome to Empowered Elite's last team call of the year. It is December 30th. As you can tell, I'm kind of super giddy, a little bit nervous, really excited right now, and more than anything else, insanely proud. I was just telling Laura that I just kind of wanted to tell you guys that at this time last year, I really did have no clue that what we've accomplished this year was even possible. That I'm just mind blown at what is possible when we come together and work together, and that every single one of you should be so proud of what you have done this year, because it takes a lot of faith and a lot of fortitude to do things in this business. And I feel like it's kind of a reflection period for me right now, because I know that at this point last year, I just kind of made the decision to go all in. And I mean, I set goals, but I was kind of in the back of my mind thinking like, I don't know if I'm really capable of this. And I want you to know that it's totally normal. Like, if your goals for 2016 don't scare the shit out of you, they're not big enough, I promise, because it is just crazy what you are capable of when you decide to go all in and commit and push yourself and just focus on working on yourself and, helping your coaches and helping your team and putting your heart into helping people. All those little components just fall into place. And, no day that you put energy and effort into this business is ever a waste, because it pays off tenfold in the end in so many ways that you can probably never even imagine, because I can't really put words to it right now. So I didn't really plan anything specific for this call. I didn't want to kind of get into any like learning topics or anything like that. I just wanted to really kind of celebrate what we've done this year together. And I would love to hear from you guys if you want to speak up of anything of what you've reflected on, from what you've done this year, or what your hopes are for next year, or if you want to share your goals. And even more so, what you feel like you think that you can personally do to make 2016 an incredibly successful year. And I would just like to personally say that one of the biggest things for me looking back on this year is that I know that I can work a lot smarter and not harder. And that I'm really excited that I get to teach you guys what I have learned in this year, because it has been more so than anything else, a lot of growth and a lot of lessons for me. That I know that I have the ability to help you guys in this next year for it to be absolutely mind-blowing by the time December 31st of next year rolls around. Because I have the knowledge now, and I've been where you guys are, and I want to help you get to where you want to be at the end of next year. So, if anybody wants to speak up to anything about, what you've done this year or what you're planning on doing next year, I would love to hear from you guys.
Okay, I'll speak up first. So I've been a coach for like almost 9 months now, and I was talking to my sister Liz, who's on the call tonight, and constantly, my husband's in sales, and it is like so stressful. I'm a nurse and I work 2 days a week, and that's fine, but I was on call last night, and I hardly slept a wink because it's so busy, and just the stress of knowing that they could call me in at any minute during my night after I'd already worked a 13-hour shift sucked. And one of my goals is not to retire completely from nursing, because I do love it, and it's another way that I help people, and I have it's super rewarding, but I want to work when I want to work, and I want to never take call like ever again, because that sucks. But anyway, the other thing I was talking to my sister about is that I want to retire my husband. Like, I see Liz Hartkey, and I see that she is bringing home her husband in the next few months, and I want that for my family. I want my husband to not have to worry every single we live in a mountain town and we have mud seasons, and fall and spring suck for us, and they're always super hard financially, and we're just getting through a terrible mud season for sales. And like, I want to like give him that, not to mention I want to give my family everything I can. But so I'm going for elite this year, and that's a super scary, shitty, like crazy goal, but like, why not me, you know? So that's my goal. And I think like it helped me. I wish I could like express it to my coaches. I was at SC0 until, I don't know if it was like a week ago, and I had probably literally the worst month of my life this month. And I sat down and I said, I still want this and I want everything about it. So I wrote like 100 messages, and I'm at SC8 today, and like, that's awesome. Like, I'd like to be at SC10, and we'll see if I get there, but I wanted SC5 as a, you know, no excuses. I need to be there. So it just, I don't know. It's exciting. That's all I have to say.
Well, that was clearly the perfect song to come on wherever that came from.
Right now, it was my phone ringing. Sorry.
I know without a doubt that anybody on this team can hit elite next year, as that is where our team is right now. Tonight is our last night of elite qualifying. And like I said at the beginning of last year, I really, you know, I printed out the elite goal tracker and I didn't even know what half of the stuff on it meant. I was just like, I'm going to go for it and figure it out along the way. And bringing your husband home is such a friggin' powerful goal. Like, it gives me chills to think about that that's something that you want to do, because I have no doubt that, you know, over the next year and a half that you are absolutely capable of doing that. And it's so good to have big, huge goals like that, because they push you. They push you in times like when you said you have struggled this month. And it's just amazing to me that I know a lot of you don't know what's gone on with Laura this month, and that's not important. But the important part is that when you go through hard times in your life, that you do not give up, that you do not fall down. When you get pushed, you push back harder, and you fight for the bigger picture in this, because I am no stranger to going through tough shit this year. I mean, this year has not been easy in my personal life, and I have been able to step back just like Laura did this month and see the bigger picture. And, you know, in the long term, that these little things that we are doing every single month add up to something incredibly life-changing in the long run. And that is worth fighting for. I'm really glad you shared that, Laura. I don't know where you went. Oh, you're gone. Your picture now. Okay. Does anybody else want to speak up?
It's saying my connection's unstable. I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
Sorry.
Who's next?
I'll speak. Okay. So I've been doing this about 5 months now, and this month sucks. I'm having, like Laura said, the hardest month ever. I'm still straining to get Success Club this month. And I put a little too much pressure on myself, as Dana knows, and I am adamant that I will be Success Club All-Star by next August, which would be my 1-year mark. So there is no excuses, and I have to hit it. For 2016, honestly, I went in this with the idea of whatever happens, happens, kind of see how far I could push myself and see where I could go. So I think my main goal is, my husband and I are working or trying to work on number 2. So I want to be able to be home for at least the 6 months that I need. Whoa, sorry. For at least the 6 months before my little one could go into the daycare that my company offers. Like, I want to be able to not worry if we're going to make ends meet, because I love what I do. I like my job. So I don't think I ever want to leave that full time. But I want to be able to be comfortable and not worry. And am I going to be able to be home with my kids until they're ready to go back? So that's ultimately where I'm at.
I love that. And I hope you don't mind what I'm going to share. But Stephanie and I were having a one-on-one call a couple weeks ago, and we were kind of trying to sit back and talk about financially how this business changes your life. And we kind of got onto the topic of it being that people are money motivated. And I just said to her, we have to step back, because the thing is that we are not necessarily money motivated. You have to love doing this. You have to love serving people. Like, it takes a lot to show up and do this business every day. And if money is your only motivation, it's not going to stick. And therefore, when you step back and look at it, it's what will financial freedom give you? What will it provide for your life? Will it make your marriage easier? Will it make you have more freedom to spend time with your children? Will you not have the burden like me of every single month as a single mom stressing when my bills roll in, with a pit in my stomach? Like, anything you can imagine, like those feelings of contentment that you get from that financial freedom is the real beauty of it. That all those feelings of worry and doubt and stress are all things that can go away. But your heart has to be in the right place for that to happen. And I wanted to share that, because it really, what it made me think when I sat back and thought about our conversation after the fact, was that setting big goals and even setting huge financial goals is not selfish, and you should never be ashamed. I don't care if you say, I want to make $5,000 a week by the end of 2016. That is a great goal, and you should not be ever concerned of putting that out there, because in order to be able to do something like that, you have to serve others. You have to help others. You have to lead others. You have to help people change their lives. That is the only way that you will become insanely successful in this business. And so to me, no goal can be selfish, no matter how you look at it, because of what you have to do to get there. So if your heart is in the right place, which obviously it is, I just want you to know that no dream and no goal is too big, nor is it ever selfish, because you deserve to have the life you want to live. Who's next? I like hearing these.
I'll go next. I'm really scared right now about what I'm about to tell you guys, but I'll go next anyway. So I don't know for any of you, if all of you guys know, but I had to have a lot of emergency dental work done. I've had a lot of annoying things come up with cost, and like my apartment complex from before charging me a shit ton. Sorry, kids, I forgot again. Just a lot of expenses, but so I guess a couple of weeks ago, my husband was like, you're going to have to go back and get a part-time job. And I put my foot down hard. I was like, no way, I'm not doing it. If I go back to work, I'm going to have to do this less, and it's going to take away time from getting us out of this mess and whatever. So we came to this big agreement that if I wasn't making, which guys, it's not even that much extra $250 a month to cover our credit card bills, that I would go back to work starting in the summer. And that's whatever, it's not going to happen. So that's my main goal. My goal is to not have to go back to work and get another job. But I'm not stopping there, but that is what's really driving me, because I want to be home. I want to get out of this for the long term. I don't want to push us back I don't want it to take longer to get out of this mess, because it just doesn't make sense for me to go back and waitress and do something that's going to take my time away from this business. So I want to stay home with my kids. I want our marriage to be easier, because we're struggling with finances month to month. By the time I do have a financial goal, just because I know what it's going to take to make our lives easier. And by the time I'm 30, I would really like to be hitting $1,000 a week. So that's my plan. That's, in August. My husband's account seems to be moving along a lot further as far as my other goals. So I'm giving myself a big, scary goal, because I also want to be elite, Laura. But I think that Laura, I and all of you, I think my husband's account's going to hit elite by default. So I guess I'm going for both. So that's my plan, which is terrifying, but that's my goal. And also I have another big goal, which is by next November or next August, our lease will be up, and we really didn't want to have to rent another year. We want to buy a house. So I would really like to be able to do that and put down the down payment. So those are my that like gives me chills to say out loud, but there it is.
It does. It does. That's one of my goals as well for this year. I love your determination of not wanting to go back to work, because I feel the exact same way. Like, I was at a point at the beginning of this year where it was kind of like, should I take a part-time job just to like get by a little bit easier, or should I just say screw it, like I'm gonna get by for this period of time and pour this energy into my business? Because I knew if I went back and did something else that it would mean a lot of time away from Declan, and it would mean I was doing something I didn't really want to be doing, and I didn't have the heart for it. And obviously everybody's situation is different, and a lot of you do have jobs you love, so maybe you don't relate to that as much, but stick to your guns, because I know you're gonna do it. I have no doubt in my mind. I love these. All right, who's next? Don't make me start calling names.
I'm going to quickly call out my sister because she has like a huge goal. Oh, she doesn't want me to say it. Look at her face. But she wants to go back to school to become a nurse midwife, which is really, really cool. And, you know, hopefully Beachbody will still be part of her life with me, and it'll help give her income while she's in school. But I think you should be proud of your goal. It's awesome.
I am proud of my goal, but I haven't actually gotten in yet. So I am starting grad classes at the end of January. So I think
you will get in eventually. You're going to get in.
Yeah.
But like, don't be worried about that.
So, as like Laura said, you know, being a nurse, I love helping people, and that's why Beachbody has been really wonderful. And it's also helped me with my own confidence level. And so Beachbody will, you know, probably always be a part of me, especially because Laura is in it too. And we enjoy, you know, working together with that and motivating and inspiring people. And during school, I think for the financial part of it, hopefully I can work a little less at my job and work a little bit with Beachbody, and then be able to stay home so I can do more homework and really focus on that goal, which is, you know, going to take about 4 years. So, yeah.
I think that that's an awesome goal. And I honestly, I feel nothing but happiness for you that you have kind of stumbled upon your passion. Because I feel like we all have a lot of passions that are outside this business, and the way that I look at it, that Beachbody can be a vehicle for you to be able to live your passions a lot easier. You know, it is your vehicle to do a million other things. It is not just about this business. This can provide so many things for you, you know, the support, the accountability, like you said, working on your confidence to even get to a point where you believe in yourself that you can go after something like that. And I think that's awesome. And it just speaks to the fact that you make this whatever you want it to be. You know, this is not a cookie cutter thing that we are all going after the same thing. And that's the beauty. We all have different passions and goals and dreams. And this is just what unites us to go forward towards those things. So I love that. And I have no doubt you'll get in. Can't wait.
Well, I was going to interject and say, probably like maybe a month and a half ago, we had a call about fear and about kind of stepping outside your comfort zone. And, you know, what we always talk about, what, you know, there's lots of things on the other side of fear. So I think you mentioned a good point. I mean, I think doing Beachbody since, you know, being a coach since June has really helped me have the confidence to believe that I can go back to school. Granted, it may take a little bit of time away from Beachbody, but it has made me realize that I can be a nurse midwife, because it's something that I wanted to do for a really long time. And until doing this, I didn't really have the full confidence in myself. So
it's so awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like giddy listening to all of these. Who's next? Anybody else want to share? No? Yes, maybe so. Come on, guys. You're on this call for a reason.
I just want to introduce Peggy to the team. She's not on the, like, you can't see her right now, but I don't think, right? But she's one of our new coaches, and we're super psyched for her. She's kind of finally decided to take the plunge. She's been a challenger with us for a while, and welcome, Peggy, if you're listening, if you can hear me. Welcome. You can unmute yourself and talk if you want to.
If you like, don't be shy. And if you don't follow Peggy, you should, because she's been sharing her journey, and it's just really awesome to see her come out of her shell and just be so brave with sharing her journey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So my goal for 2016 is to just get out of my own head. We've talked about it all year long. I've been through a lot of personal issues myself, which didn't help me getting out of my own comfort zone. And so for 2016, I'm ready to just leave it all behind and hit the ground running. Stop.
That's perfect. And I think that sometimes, everybody's journey emerges in their own time, and sometimes you have to work through your own personal things before you're really ready to go all in and take the plunge. So keep that attitude, and you'll achieve amazing things this next year.
Okay.
All right, we have 4 more of you. Don't be shy, guys. Christina, you're
ignoring me?
called out.
I'm not ignoring you. I was late to the party. Sorry, I was late on the call. And so we're just defining our goals for 2015. Is that what's up?
We're just
Or 2016?
sharing where we're at and what we're excited about for 2016. It can be your goals or just what you want to do or where you're at right now. Whatever you want.
Okay. So I am super excited about 2016. There's a lot of big changes coming up. It's my husband's last year in business school, which means that it's our last year tied to New York City, and then we can move and hopefully get a house and do that thing. So so finding a place that's good for us, that has like a good school system and like kid stuff, and doing that whole thing is a big part of my journey this upcoming year. So really excited, and I want the financial freedom to go along with that. So yeah, that's why I'm hustling.
That's a really good why, to have the freedom to be able to live as you please while you make all those big transitions.
Yeah. So gotta reverse engineer all that.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Also, I don't feel like we really announced that Christina hit Emerald last week, so I wanted to just quickly congratulate her on that, because I feel like we didn't really get to celebrate.
I didn't do recognition, so congratulations. Sorry I missed it.
Thanks, guys.
Amanda, Rachel, Peggy, Marina, anybody?
Hey guys, I'll go. Can you hear me? It's Rachel. Assuming you can hear me.
You're good. You're good.
So 2016 is going to be a really big year. I'm thinking I need to get a new job. So definitely focusing on that. Using Beachbody has been getting my head right. Like my whole persona is now much more confident to be able to go out and get what I want. So I've kind of came to that realization that I definitely need to find a new job on that front. So that's going to be my first half of the year kind of focus. And then just dealing with some other personal stuff. So definitely need the, financial freedom to be able to do what I need to do to move forward. So loving that I'm able to help people and find personal fulfillment out of this that I'm really not getting in my regular job. So it's kind of nice to have that balance, and, you know, hoping that I can encourage more people and next year learn how to just be a better coach and listen to people and help them succeed. And my goal for reaching Diamond didn't happen by Christmas, but it will happen in the next month or two. So definitely focused on that, and we'll definitely appreciate all the support from the team.
I love it. I have no doubt you'll hit Diamond so soon. I've been looking at your downline.
Before the end of January, it's happening. You will.
I just wanted to say, I think you hit the nail on the head when you said personal fulfillment. Kelly and I were actually just talking about this yesterday. She was like, I would just go crazy if I had nothing else to do but be home with my kids. And I mean, honestly, that I personally feel the same way. Like, whatever job you do, or like as a mom, all those things are absolutely incredibly amazing. But like, to feel that sense of purpose inside that you are actually making a difference with your life, you know, and living with intention and just kind of living up to what you're made to do, that you have the ability to impact other people's lives. I think that's awesome that you feel that, especially since you don't feel that from your job. So that's awesome. Amanda or Peggy or Marina, do you want to speak? Oh, okay.
Amanda said she doesn't have enough reception to speak. She wrote it in the chat. She said she wants to hit Success Club more often than not, since she hasn't yet. So it's awesome. Good goal.
I wrote in the chat too. I was like, you know, this year I kind of took a big break. So I was like, I don't know if it's inspiring if I share anything, because I'm really not sure like what I'm doing still. Besides posting on Facebook still and sharing and trying to inspire people, but I still need to find that fire.
Who's talking right now? I can't see.
Marina.
Oh, okay.
Ghost.
Oh, there you are, Marina. Okay.
But yeah, that's all I'm thinking.
I think that what you have to realize is that being pregnant, and especially with a transformation that you have had, that it is so powerful. But you have to find something like that does light your fire, like that makes you show up and want to learn every single day, because you have incredible potential. Everybody sees it. I know you're capable because I saw what you did last year. And, you know, sometimes we all need a little break to step back and focus on our own lives. But I have no doubt that this is going to be an awesome year for you, Marina. Hi, Delilah.
Hi. It's fine.
Not to mention, Marina, you have to know that like so many of us, well, I mean, me at least, I know other people did too, but I did this because I saw your transformation photos. So you're inspiring people you don't even know. And so you just have to keep at it and know that like everything you're doing is setting up your business for success. So keep reaching out to people, and you're definitely inspiring people still a lot. So keep it up.
And not to mention, you have an incredibly powerful story, which is huge.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, Brittany.
I feel like people. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Marina, like, I know like Jordan Fletcher is pregnant right now too, and she's like sort of taking the back burner, but I feel like both you and her, like, and I mean people in general, like it's a thing, like you get scared, like how can I be a coach when I'm pregnant? But like that's where I started, and so that was terrifying to me. Like I was like, who the hell's gonna listen to me when I'm freaking pregnant? Like I'm not losing weight, like I'm not, what can I even share? But like there's so much, you're so inspiring. Like you can't be afraid to just share even just your little journey with your family and like your healthy meals. Like I shared pictures of my meals all the time, or like I would share success from my challengers, or like what it meant to be a part of the community while I was pregnant. And frustrated that I was like going through all these hormonal changes and didn't have friends, but like at least I had my family online, and that to me was just so much more valuable than anything else. Like it was mostly that community. So like don't forget that you still have a million things that you can speak to even while you're pregnant.
Sorry, I have a climbing child. Thank you guys.
Brittany, I just wanted to fill you in real quick. We're just kind of talking about where we feel like we're at right now and what we are super excited about for 2016, whether it's goals or personal goals or how you feel this has changed your life so far. Really anything that you're excited about and want to share.
I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. My phone is being crazy. But honestly, I've sort of just taken a step back, I guess, this past like 2 weeks. I've had some personal things going on that kind of took priority. So for me, I'm just really looking to step back into this. Yeah, and just sort of have a fresh start for the new year for me on many levels, but it's pretty much where I'm at. I've been taking a lot of downtime, so I'm coming back to it.
As long as you don't go anywhere, you're good.
I'm here.
You have a lot to be excited about for this year. Peggy, do you want to?
Dana, can you try to unmute her? Maybe she doesn't know how to unmute herself. I don't know. She's maybe on the phone. If not, I don't know what else to say, but maybe
She is unmuted right now.
On mine, she looks like she's muted.
Oh, on mine it says no.
Oh, Peggy's talking on the chat. Let's see. Thanks, Laura and everyone, for helping me. My audio isn't working for some reason, so I'm glad to have started. Okay. We're excited to have you, Peggy.
We're excited to learn what your goals are, too. Amanda can't talk, so I guess that's everybody. But thank you guys for sharing. That was really, really, really awesome to hear all of your goals and just how I think unique and different we all are. Is really amazing to me that we can all come together and support each other where we're at and push each other to be better, to get to where we really want to be, you know, in our personal lives and in our Beachbody journeys. So I think I'm just going to call it a night. I'm so insanely proud. I honestly am I can't even process it at the moment right now. Like I mentioned before, we are in the last night of elite qualification of being an elite team. We are projected to be in the top 200 of the company. And it speaks to the dedication of every single person on this team, because it is not something that is achieved by one person. And I'm just so insanely proud to know all of you and lead all of you and work with all of you every single day. And I'm so thankful to have all of you in my life, because your stories inspire me and your dedication inspires me. And I honestly, I would be very lost if I didn't have you guys in my life and this purpose as well. So I'm extremely thankful tonight. I want to take a picture before we go so that we can always remember this night. If everybody wants to smile, because it probably will be going on Facebook. And I'll take two, just in case.
Mama.
Kelly, stop moving.
Dana, we love you. I'm so happy.
I love you too. I'm sure I will be crying at some point tonight.
Yeah, that's good. Do it. Love it.
All right, you guys. Well, I guess we will see each other in the new year. So I hope you have an incredible New Year's Eve, and I hope you are dreaming insanely big for 2016. I can assure you without a doubt it is going to be an absolutely mind-blowing, life-changing year. Have a good night, guys.